We got New York mayoral race news, by the way. Andrew Cuomo has come out and made a statement, a demand from everyone else that's running in the race. And he said, we all are working to take out Zohran Mamdani, and he will drop out of the race if he's not ahead in the polls. And he demands that Curtis Sliwa and Eric Adams do the same.
After announcing he is officially running as an independent, a very different Andrew Cuomo hit the campaign trail today. And that is where political reporter Marcia.
This is, by the way, I mean, something that we knew already, which is these guys obviously exclusively care about not letting the left win, right? And this is proof of that. But it is crazy that, like, they're just doing it so openly. And under normal circumstances, the same moderate Democrats that constantly say, shut the f up and vote for us, you dumb leftist, are quite literally saying, like, no, you don't understand, actually. It's perfectly valid to put up contenders against Zohran, even if that same person handily lost the Democratic primary. Like, the vote blue no matter who guys definitely did not want to vote blue no matter who, it seems.
Kramer caught up with him. She's here in studio with news about a very different Cuomo this time around, Marcia.
Yes, Christine. Well, I think Andrew Cuomo learned a big lesson when he lost the Democratic primary. If you're running for mayor in the 21st century, you probably have to run a 21st century campaign. And in the social media world, you have to do social media. But Cuomo also made a big and unusual promise today.
How about this one?
Just call him Andrew Cuomo 2.0, talking to voters at a Harlem coffee shop as he reinvents himself as an independent mayoral candidate seeking a do-over of his crushing loss to Zohran Mamdani. He was tailed by a social media crew and insisted he's so intent on preventing a democratic socialist from taking over the city that he will step aside if need be.
I don't want to be part of a suicide mission. And if Adams is a stronger candidate, I'm not going to be a spoiler, and I'll defer.
So if you're the strongest candidate, are you going to talk to Eric Adams and say, don't go on the suicide mission?
I think everybody will say that. Look at the math, right? You divide.
It's kind of crazy that they're openly saying it, right? Like moderate Democrats very openly trying to moderate Democrats very openly trying to collaborate with the Republicans to rat a progressive Democratic candidate here for a fairly big race, for a fairly big seat. Mayor of New York is quite significant. Is not shocking if you're aware of how things have happened in the last 2 decades of American politics. It still pisses me off that they're doing it in broad daylight. No, this is not a Bernie 2.0 situation. This is if Bernie had actually won the primary. It's worse. This is not a Bernie 2.0 situation because this is as if Bernie won the primary and now you have Democrats who are actively trying to create a spoiler situation to rat Bernie because they're afraid of socialism. It's even worse than that. At least with the Bernie thing, like, they were successful in stopping him in the primary. It's really up. No, because they created a spoiler situation to prevent him from winning the primary that he would have otherwise won. I know. But at the end of the day, Bernie lost the primary because they rat him. Now they're just like openly, like, there's a difference between the primary season where Democrats can, obviously engage in some kind of trick, some kind of trickery and reduce their numbers in an effort to, like, put the votes all together and then successfully through that rat initiative take out Bernie before he wins the primary. Now it doesn't matter. Zohran is the Democrat. Zohran is the Democrat. If you're a Democrat and the Democratic primaries ended and you lost, there is no spoiler candidacy. What do you mean? He's the Democrat.
Up the vote, you're just making Mamdani the candidate. And the mayor.
And what about Mamdani's appeal to younger voters? Don't you think that his appeal to younger voters was that he appeared to have fresh ideas, that he was thinking out of the box?
Look, do I think they were new sounding ideas? Yes. Do they have any connection to reality? No.
Yeah, really pie in the sky ideas like rent freeze. No, never been done before, can't happen again. Free buses, never been done before, can't happen again. Both of those things have happened in the past and will continue to happen. Ridiculous. What the is wrong with these people, man? They think you're so stupid. They want to kill your hope. They want to kill your dream. Okay? That's it. That's what these guys are predisposed with. That's all they care about.
And what everybody really wants is not a cool idea. They want a solution.
Cuomo is offering expertise and his proven ability to get things done. But Mayor Adams is also going to be singing that tune, and a spokesman tells CBS News New York that Adams has no interest in stepping aside, especially if it's based on polls. We should never forget that these same polls had Andrew up by 32 points, and he lost embarrassingly by 12 points, said a spokesperson. This is a campaign about results, not resumes, and on that, Mayor Adams wins. Mamdani celebrated his endorsement by DC 37 and met with city business leaders worried about his left-leaning policies.
I go into that room knowing that there will be disagreements and also knowing that at the foundation of it is a belief in the possibility of this city.
And in a surprise development, Cuomo got a boost from none other than President Trump.
No, I think Andrew would have a good shot of winning. He's got to run a tough campaign. He's running against the
from one rapist to the next, Listen, he's a real go-getter, okay? He doesn't take no for answers, just like me. Just like me. Doesn't take no for answers, that guy. Ooh, he's so good. Loves molesting, loves fondling. I mean, he's molested a cop. Can you believe it? A cop. A member of the law enforcement community. A Leo.
communist. I would think that he would have a good shot of winning.
Now, Team Mamdani offered a tongue-in-cheek congrats, wondering, quote, whether Cuomo will embrace Trump's support publicly or continue to just accept it in private. Now, there's no indication he's done either. And when Trump was...
What? Oh, my gosh. Shut the up. There's no indication he's done either? What do you mean? Every single Trump booster was boosting Cuomo in the primary, and they lost. What do you mean there's no indication he's done either? There is all indication that he has accepted donations from and support from every single Trump booster. Every single one. That's crazy. The same PACs that were boosting Trump and were the same entities that were boosting Trump were pumping millions of dollars into PACs against Zohran Mamdani.
Asked who he's going to endorse in the race, he said, I don't want to say. He didn't mention either Republican Curtis Sliwa or Mayor Adams.
This is going to, I mean, I don't think that we can underestimate just how interesting these next few months are going to play out.
It's, you know, I said yesterday, buckle your seatbelts.
Yes.
Every day there's another twist and turn.
All right, Marcia, and you'll keep us posted. Thank you.
Oh, this was funny. This is a funny moment. I had this ready to go on the docket.
Do you think that Mamdani is an anti-Semite?
Yes, I do. I think that when you're in the streets, after what we saw took place on October 7th, when you're in the street either the next day or days later and don't immediately denounce it, when you're unwilling to talk about global intifada.
Dude, if you're going to lie, the least you could do, if you're going to lie and act like this is a scary term, the least you could do is say it correctly. Once again, they think you're stupid, okay? Except in Eric Adams' case, he is actually stupid. He has, he is genuinely stunted mentally. Like, that's not, I feel like I'm being a little ableist when I say this, because, like, I do think that he is, like, his brain doesn't work. I don't know how else to say it. He's just, like, a very stupid guy. I love him for that reason. He's content, but he, I think, is actually a stupid person. Okay. But it's crazy that it's like, it's not just him. So many people. Oh, yeah. I'm going to miss him when he's gone. I hope someone gives him a TV show or he starts doing YouTube. I hope. Something the Democrats don't realize Mamdani saved them from is that if Cuomo became mayor of New York, the party would have looked like massive hypocrites to male voters they're already struggling with. Liberals railing against microaggressions, but exonerating a sexual harasser. I mean, I don't think the people care about that as much. And I don't think the Democrats care about that as well. They're hypocrites. They've always been hypocrites. It is very obvious that they only seemingly care about like these issues, not because of like any sort of moral consistency in mind, or not because of any justice in mind, but instead they use it as a way to take out whoever they see as a spoiler, as an ideological enemy. New York City mayoral polling. This is the worst poll I've seen for Mamdani, for the record, and it's probably not correct. Every other poll I've seen, it shows him at like 40%, and everybody else at like 20. Also, this is too low for Adams too. Yeah, this poll had Cuomo up 19 points in the primary. So whoever the they're actually polling, not very good. How do you think the average person looks at the media getting stuck on the Intifada discourse? I don't even think it's like, I don't even think it's something that people consider. I don't even think that they're like, it's gotten to a certain degree. It's gotten to a point where like, I don't even think people read it. Like people see it. I don't think people even see the Intifada stuff. They don't care. Like him being anti-Semitic, sure, that has made like its rounds. I don't think people give a shit one way or another. Either they like legitimately don't care about anti-Semitism, or they just don't believe it. And many people just don't believe he's anti-Semitic. He's just anti-Israel. And there's also a group of people that just simply don't care. Like, why the should I give a shit? Why would I care about this as it pertains to the New York mayoral? What is happening, bro? It's a big F, but we're back. There you go. Your ISP hates you. This wasn't an ISP. This is the bag. Don't worry, I fixed it. Stream is not delayed. I already fixed it. I already fixed the ingest. Where to cover this? Oh, this was awesome. The no Sharia law protest. I covered this yesterday.
Comply with Sharia law. We will not comply with Sharia law.
Yeah, some of the most psychotic individuals you've ever met are anti-Zohran. The hits keep coming. The hits keep coming, all of which is a positive for Zohran Mamdani. There was one other thing I wanted to... this. Zohran Mamdani said today that he would discourage the phrase Globalized Intifada in a meeting with business elites, a step to diffuse Wall Street's suspicions of the mayoral frontrunner. First of all, why the f are Wall Street CEOs asking him about this? Secondly, other reporting from this meeting showed that he wasn't backing down from, his criticisms of Israel. So I don't know which one to believe here. Because Semaphore says he actually stood his ground. Tough meeting for Mamdani with the Partnership for New York CEOs today, I'm told, stood his ground on Intifada language and wouldn't commit to keeping the New York Police Department Commissioner Tisch, whom this crowd likes, in the job. Also did not recognize her father, Jim Tisch, when he rose for a question. Also, he was pressed on and said he would discourage the chant, but not the idea. I also don't care. He could literally be like, am Israel high in that meeting? I don't give a shit. Okay? Lie to them. Lie to the CEOs. Zohran Mamdani, lie directly to their faces, please, and then turn around and do whatever the you're gonna do. Okay, that's my take. Which is so weird. It's like, what do you mean? Like Wall Street CEOs are like, we're really worried about anti-Semitism. Like, what the are you talking about, dude? Put the stocks in the bag, bro. Do your job. What is this? What is this? Oh, this language, this dangerous language. Oh, I'm scared about how you are going to treat the beautiful nation state of Israel. It's like, you, man, shut the up. Why do you care? You're an American CEO. Suck my. Yeah. Imagine being the CEO of Pfizer and your top issue is complaining about the term genocide. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla, who is Jewish, pressed Mamdani for throwing around the word genocide about the plight of Palestinians in Gaza under Israel, the second source said. But Mamdani evidently forged ahead smoothly. It was very frustrating. He speaks well, the source said, recounting Mamdani's responsible question about retail theft. What is happening? What is going on? What the is happening? I'm the CEO of Pfizer, and I cannot believe that you said correctly that there is a genocide happening. What? You're the CEO of Pfizer. Even the Wall Street Journal article said they were impressed by his ability to work a crowd. Yeah, he's charismatic. They're mad he made a good argument. I don't know. I'm frustrated by it. Yeah, put the vaccines in the bag, bro. You're the CEO of Pfizer. Okay, keep making the children gay and autistic. Keep pushing. Worry about your own business, okay? Worry about your own business. We'll worry about ours, okay? Keep making the kids gay and autistic, dog. What the are we paying you for? It's to make the next generation gay and autistic. Keep putting the vaccine in the bag. Stop with this. This is just hysteria. How can you be like an educated person in a position of tremendous power and privilege and just like still worry about this? I don't get it. I don't understand. Yeah, put the 5G chip in the bag, little bro. Vaccinate me so I can have an RFID chip implanted into my brain. Politico is reporting that it will clarify his position on globalized Intifada. Oh, God, I hope he doesn't concede on this. I hope he goes on that stage and says, actually, you know what? I've never said globalize the Intifada, but actually, I'm going to say it now. Globalize the motherfucking Intifada. This is not a real issue. Please stop. Do not give in to this fake. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Do not give them a inch, dude. Do not. They are manufacturing outrage. This man has done such a good job of just not leaning into this silly nonsense. The only question should be, why are you asking me this all the time, dude? Shut the up. Ugh. The whole like trying to win over the establishment Dems is stupid. They do not like you. They do not care about you. The forces, the popular mobilization that caused you to win is because you went up against the establishment. The Democratic establishment is not going to turn around and defend you by going, oh, I guess this was just a simple disagreement. He doesn't like globalize the intifada. No, tomorrow they're going to move on to 9/11. They're going to say you did 9/11, dude. Okay? Don't do this. It is a big mistake. You are not going to get the coveted Schumer endorsement with this. Okay? You don't want the Chuck Schumer endorsement. Oh my God. This is literally, oh God. He concedes on this. They're going to move on to the next thing. If he just does not back down from this, then it doesn't matter. They just look like insane people. But if he concedes on this, then the media will use the fact that he conceded on this to move on to the next thing. And then they'll say, hey, we have a better position now because he recognizes he up. You didn't up. What the This is literally media 101. Do not concede. We live in the post-Trump universe. Trump does actual and he never backs down. Do not back down. Attack the argument. Ask why this is even a pertinent discussion. Ask why he is constantly having to talk about this when he wants to talk about his policies. None of this actually helps New Yorkers' lives. I've made my position on anti-Semitism known, and I think that it's important for people to know that anti-Semitism is abhorrent. This conversation is not being done on the virtues of anti-Semitism. This is racial posturing. It's ridiculous. The reason why they are asking about this question over and over and over again is not because they want a real answer out of Zohran Mamdani. They're asking this question over and over again to basically you, okay? To only have you answer this. And then once you give them an inch, this is a major weakness. They will consistently keep hammering you on other that is anti-Semitic. That's not actually anti-Semitic at all because you're Muslim and you're anti-Israel, dog. Come on. Don't this up. The moment that you give them an inch, they will keep hammering that same issue over and over and over and over and over again. And you will not talk about your policies. You will not be able to talk about what you want to do for New Yorkers. With my PR hat on, I think you should do a Jewish town hall like you did a trans town hall. It should be full of factual, normal people and not pundits. That, but also this is what I said initially when the Bulwark stuff happened. Okay? Get Norm Finkelstein. Get a bunch of anti-Zionist Holocaust survivors and just put them behind you and say, hey, what does the Holocaust Museum until 2024 called the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising? Have them say it was called the Warsaw Ghetto Intifada. That's it. It's done. Play the optics game if you want to play the optics game, but don't concede. It's so stupid. I said this literally as soon as the Bulwark shit happened, where I was like, oh God, who gives a f-? However, if he does actually play the Corbyn route, do not take the bait, man. Do not. Many Jews believe it's bare minimum for Zohran to go beyond distancing himself personally from the language like globalized intifada said an aid to the Jewish elected official granted anonymity to speak freely about a sensitive matter. This is not news. This is not a newsworthy situation. But if Zohran actually turns around and concedes on this front, then it will be a newsworthy situation. He will have issued a condemnation for something that he should never have to condemn at all. Like, what do you mean? Globalize the intifada is a scary phrase for Jewish people. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we shouldn't be saying Arabic terms because Jewish people are scared. What the kind of racist is this? You're just painting all Jews as like insane racist people. Like, even if he says, oh, I plan to discourage people from using the phrase, then people go, why? Why? Then they ask the question, why do you plan to discourage them? But you don't actually outright condemn it. It doesn't make sense. Okay. It logically doesn't make sense, because here's the thing. When you are a politician that is earnest, when you're a politician that's earnest and you traffic in the truth, okay, here's the truth. Nobody gives a about globalize the intifada as a phrase. It means globalize the uprising. It means fighting against injustice. That's it. It's Arabic, and that's why it scares people. Okay? There is no reason to, just because other people have established that in the media, that this is a scary thing to say, there's no reason to give an inch off of this. It's the same with Black Lives Matter. It's the same thing with from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. There's no reason to concede on this, because the moment of concession implies that you up. And the real reason for why they want this extraction, they want this concession, is not because you're going to be clearing the air about your position on this term. It's the same reason why they keep saying Zohran is an anti-Semite with no evidence whatsoever, or Zohran has no answer for growing anti-Semitism, when he has given an answer to growing anti-Semitism. It's to gum up the works. It's to make you constantly, like a, respond to these ridiculous questions. They're never going to stop. You cannot help someone arrive at a logical conclusion if they didn't use logic to get there. That's it. I know this from my experience, not in political campaigning, but as my experience as a political commentator online in a very hostile environment. These people that come in here and go, why do you love terrorism? Just curious, are not actually invested in the truth. Now, there are things that I won't back down from, but there are things that I will explain, because my job is to explain things to people. I'm not a politician. I'm a political commentator. My job is to literally explain complex political situations that are going on. And in that process, there are instances where I will pull a chatter with a reasonable concern that is actually unreasonable, but is masquerading as a reasonable concern, and we'll go the distance. We'll explain the thought process behind why I say certain things, for example. But I do that without conceding and without apologizing for some dumb shit that people want me to apologize over for no reason. The reason why I do that is because my job is to explain. You are a politician. Every moment that you are not marketing yourself, every moment that you are not marketing your policies is a moment that you're losing, is a moment that you're wasting airtime. That's my least favorite thing you say. I did not come to right-wing views through reason, but reason sure as got me out of it. I understand what you're saying, but it's not true for everyone. No, logic doesn't hurt, but these people are not actually, you misunderstood me, or rather, I misspoke. I didn't explain my position well. These people are not actually invested in the truth. They're not like, oh, I maybe misunderstood Zohran. I maybe thought that he was anti-Semitic, but, you know, as soon as he explained to me why he's not anti-Semitic, I'm going to understand and agree with him. No, the real reason why they want to hit him with this is because he's anti-Israel. Okay? He's anti-Israel. They want him to be pro-Israel. Okay? They are bad faith. They are disingenuous. Now, are there people along the way that get swept away with this misinformation faucet? Absolutely. And for that reason, you should explain your positions clearly over and over again. But concessions are something entirely different. When you concede on something that is not wrong, you are making it a bigger problem. There is no reason for you to ever concede to bad faith individuals who are not actually invested in the truth, who have not arrived at their conclusion through logic. Okay? Why should you entertain the oftentimes racist hysterics of a group of people that will never agree with you? You should not do that, because that would require lying, and you shouldn't lie. You should not lie at all. You should say the truth. And the truth in this situation is that saying globalize the uprising and using the Arabic term for uprising, intifada, is not scary. Okay? You are the one using it after all. No matter how much they throw your way on this terminology, there is no reason to ever, there wasn't even a reason to be like, I don't use that phrase, but, you know, I don't condemn other people using that phrase. You don't even need to say that, especially considering that people's statements on Zohran have ranged from he doesn't use the term, but he doesn't condemn it, all the way to he wants to globalize the intifada, which means doing a global jihad on all Jews. So why the should you actually concede on that framework? When the reason for why they're launching these fake questions disingenuously is to at best stop you from talking about what you want to talk about, and at worst smear you as a vicious anti-Semite. Yeah. Mamdani's refusal to condemn the phrase globalized intifada would be a part of our discussion, Jeffrey said. Like, shut the up. Jewish Democrats in Congress raised concerns about Zohran Mamdani's anti-Israel position. This is a more honest title because it's coming from the JTA. The Jewish Telegraphic Agency has no issue presenting anti-Israel as the peak of anti-Semitism because it's going to an audience that reads it as such. Okay? Whereas Politico has to hit it from an anti-Semitism line, Jewish Telegraphic Agency can openly state that this is, this is the worst thing he can be, which is anti-Israel. God, I hate Debbie Wasserman Schultz. In an interview, Norm literally said, "Don't repeat Corbyn's mistake about Zohran as a word of advice." It's true. If he concedes, then he's going the Corbyn route, and he might get cooked. Why don't articles focused on Mamdani's refusal to condemn the phrase intifada ever mention the undisputed fact that the Holocaust Museum used the phrase to discuss the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising until 2024? I feel like even if you hate the phrase intifada, you would find this undisputed fact interesting. It is a phrase that's terribly disturbing and potentially dangerous, as Debbie Wasserman Schultz says. Shouldn't there be an investigation into the U.S. Holocaust Museum? I mean, we're talking about a major U.S. Jewish institution here, one that aims to define the core Jewish tragedy of the 20th century. Does it not interest anyone that the phrase intifada, that they used the phrase intifada for years? Is there a feeling that because it was Arabic audiences only, it was fine? Or the current phrase that they use, mukawama, okay, which is the same Arabic word that is the letter M in Hamas. Hamas is an acronym. The Islamic Resistance Movement is what Hamas is. Harakat al-Mukawama al-Islamiyya. Okay? Right? I think I said it right. That's the M. They changed the word, globalize the intifada, to, not the word, sorry, globalize the intifada, but they changed the word Warsaw Ghetto intifada to Warsaw Ghetto Mukawama. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's silly. It's complete concern trolling. It's manufactured outrage. And I really hope he doesn't release any statement that's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for not saying that I would condemn globalize the intifada." The Democratic nominee is expected to publicly refine his position after previously declining to condemn the slogan in multiple interviews and news conferences over the past month, even as he has denounced anti-Semitism more broadly. He has never stopped denouncing anti-Semitism, by the way. This is also inappropriate phrasing. They make it seem as though all the public pressure is what caused them to denounce anti-Semitism. That is not the truth. He has always been against anti-Semitism. His shift would come after meetings this week with Jewish elected officials and business community leaders. Mamdani is seeking to expand his support among the Democratic establishment as assuage fears running rampant in C-suites across the city. Mamdani's campaign did not comment Tuesday on any moves the candidate would make to clarify his position on the phrase, but some Democrats welcomed the step as a significant gesture. Many Jews believe it's the bare minimum for Zohran to go beyond distancing himself personally from the language like globalized intifada. I'm done, dude. Anyone who makes an issue out of this, I'm done with you. Okay? This guy literally heard me even say the word Mukawama and Hamas and started instantly, like, it's got to be a bot, right? Hezbollah's official name is Mukawama Islamiyya fi Lubnan, Islamic Resistance in Lebanon. What the why is this not loading? Immediately, it's like, whatever Israel's done, Hamas has done so much worse. No, they haven't. Okay? No, they haven't. Whatever Hamas, the acronym, stands for, they still kidnap hundreds of people on 10/7, spent months torturing and raping them afterwards. If Hamas is so bad, why do you have to lie about what they're doing? Israel isn't good, but defending Hamas is absurd. No, dude. Israel isn't just bad, okay? Israel is the worst party here. Israel is far more evil than anything Hamas could ever do, okay? That is God's honest truth. You can hide that. You can lie about it. You can just keep posturing over how scary Hamas is over and over again. There is no comparison between Hamas and Israel. I have said this time and time again openly. I will continue saying this. It is just the truth. Israel is doing a genocide. Hamas has not done a genocide nor attempted to do a genocide. Hamas is comprised of orphaned Palestinians that Israel has killed the family members of. It is an Islamic resistance group. It is a resistance group that has an emancipatory goal. It is a national emancipatory movement. Okay? Hamas does not operate outside of the occupied Palestinian territories. They never have and they never will. It's ridiculous. For your information, if you wear a hat that says Brooklyn and Arabic, security of the UN will pull you aside for a special screening. Scan your hat in an image translator app. Take a photo of it multiple times and have 3 separate security guards search your bag. Classic. I agree with you, but when people ask me about the intent of Hamas on October 7, I have no answer. What do you mean? What do you think they were doing? It's very clear what they were doing. What the Palestinian resistance group on October 7, out of sheer desperation due to the no options that Israel has forced them into, the corner that Israel had backed them into, decided to finally enact a military campaign where they would extract hostages, prisoners of war specifically, from Israeli territory, initially from the military bases that they overtook very quickly, in an effort to, one, ease the pressure that the Gaza Strip was experiencing, potentially open up a port on the Gaza Strip, and also allow there to be a hostage exchange between the hostages that they had extracted on October 7 against the tens of thousands of hostages that Israel still has in their prison system. The killing of soldiers is 100% justified, but the intentional killing of civilians, I have no answer for that. You don't have to have an answer for that. It's unacceptable. The f do you mean? Why do you have to answer that? You don't have to accept it. It's that simple. It's unacceptable. Okay? So what is the intent of it? These people are not robots, brother. What are you talking about? It's the same principle behind the Nat Turner Rebellion. Do you think the Nat Turner Rebellion was not an incredibly violent affair? Of course it was. But the people were resisting against enslavement. Do you spend a whole deal of time talking about the morality of slavery and adjusting it to the actions that people took against in resistance against slavery? No, then this doesn't make any sense. There was no military reasoning for the intentional killing of civilians. It was pure revenge and it was wrong. Okay? But it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, because when the dust is settled, no one ever looks back and thinks about the civilians that were killed by people who are resisting against systematic violence. This is precisely the reason why the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising is not talked about under similar terms either. That's it. That's it. It's that simple. There is no reason for you to make it seem as though every single thing that the Palestinian resistance did on October 7 was perfect. It was not. It's not supposed to be. It never will be. There's never been a moment where people have been able to perfectly, in a robotic manner, only facilitate their military goals against a far more powerful enemy. That's never happened throughout history, and that shouldn't be the expectation. You have to look at which side is responsible for all of the bloodshed and all of the violence, and it is the colonial entity that is responsible in every single instance. Oof. It's unacceptable when Hamas does it. It's unacceptable when Israel does it. It's a war. Oh, yeah. When Israel does it, it's a war. Civilians unfortunately die. We somehow are conditioned to think a regular army mass killing people with air raids is somehow more morally correct than fighters doing it on the ground. Both are bad. If anything, the indiscriminate. No, one is worse. Israel doing it is worse. Like, I don't say that it's like, oh, when Hamas does it is bad, when Israel does it is bad. I'm not putting them on the same moral playing field. I'm not, because it would be lying. That's it. Also, one is a direct ethnic cleansing campaign. That's the difference. There is no both sidesing Hamas and Israel. One side is the clear wrong side. The other side is the wronged side. So is Israel the bad guys? Yes. What? Hello? I don't know, man. Was Nazi Germany the bad guys, or did the Jews actually deserve it? Like, do you have any questions similar to that? Were the Confederates actually fighting an earnest and honest and just war? Or were black people actually inferior beings that deserve to be enslaved? Yes, Israel is the bad guys in the simplest terms. He didn't back away from any policy position, though he did so in a non-confrontational manner, the attendee dish. It shows he's a good politician. He was very confident. The slick Mamdani also distances himself from his past use of the phrase, seizing the means of production, a Marxist concept, but in a roundabout way, chalking up to a rookie mistake. Another business bigwig in attendance said. It was very frustrating, the source said. He speaks well, the source said, recounting Mamdani's responsible question about retail theft. Don't say ad. There is no real way that he's seizing the means of production. He shouldn't say it's a rookie mistake. He should be like, there's nothing you need to worry about. He's not going to explain to a bunch of C-suite executives what seizing the means of production means in a way that doesn't worry them. Are you kidding me? They know exactly what that means. Hakeem Jeffries again declines to endorse Zohran Mamdani. I don't know him well.
Meeting with Zohran Mamdani, you have not endorsed him yet. What do you say to people who say, why are you not endorsing the guy that won the Democratic primary in a contested election in your backyard?
Well, I look forward to sitting down and talking to him. I didn't get involved in that primary election, and I don't know him well. We had a very good conversation.
Chris should be like, your brother seems to like him a lot. Maybe you should ring him up. Hasan Kwame Mamdani. Or not Mamdani, sorry. Hasan Kwame Jeffries. That's right. His brother, Hakeem Jeffries' brother, Hasan Jeffries, Hasan Kwame Jeffries, has endorsed Zohran Kwame Mamdani, enthusiastically.
In the day after the primary, we agreed to meet, and so I'm looking forward to having that discussion on Friday.
He's gonna, oh God, I hate these pieces of shit so much. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Hit that 8-hour today, finally.
Stunning lo-fi introduction, starting off.
Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All the chatters trickling in has helped people hate.
I will see you
Sunny
tomorrow.
Los Angeles,
Love you. Bye-bye.
California.